Wagwan guys, and today we are discussing the first episode of the Real Housewives of Season 5. Let us just go straight into it. And the episode 4 started off with Sorisha's event. So Sorisha was taking them to this great Gatsby themed event, and all the ladies graced this event, and they did not just grace, they graced it gracefully. So during their dinner conversation, or the round table conversation, there was a lot of drama, and I had to jot it up. I'm fully prepared. So this will be like a recap video. I'll discuss everything. So let us get straight into it. So the very first issue that was raised was the Mine and Precious's drama, and I think I'm just going to address that and address it for all, because Mine also still bring this up in subsequent episodes and in subsequent scenes. I think it is understandable that probably Precious chose to say, "Oh, I do not know you, I can't remember you." I don't know how deep their drama or their dynamic could have been, but one thing that I think I find annoying is how condescending Mine keeps going on and on about how Precious should run her business. And I think if you're not fine with something, probably should just raise it with this person and should let it go. It is fast projecting her as a bitter person, because she comes on to say, "Oh, this one," she says, "is pressure. This is not what you get to see in a shop." You know, everything anti-Precious she is doing. I think she could have addressed that, and she should just let it go. But now it's coming across like, "Oh, you're just bitter about this person." That is how it is. I feel like they might have issue, but at this point it's becoming too much. Like the first time when she discussed Precious and told what's her name, and told Angel about what she knew about Precious, I find it interesting. Yeah, you had addressed it on that table, then you're still going on and on about Precious. I think, oh my god, it seems as though you're being a hater. That's how it's coming across. She should just tune it down. She should, because it's not looking good on her. And there's one thing about it, is that when people run their business and you see some certain things about their business that they are not doing well enough, or that is not good enough, like what she complained that some people claim the hair are not good quality, you know, all of that. And if the business owner is not seeing those issues has problem to our business, I don't think it's Mine's place to go on and on to let people know that these are issues in this person's business. If the person is blind to it, it's her business. If her business should run down, it's her business. And with what we are seeing on the show, I think she runs a very big business, and a business that's as big as that, where she is getting to open branches across the country. I think that speaks of growth. So if probably these things being so strict with her, being so strict with her staff, you know, all of that, if those things are probably bad thing, I think sometimes those things that we probably think are like treating people bad, it might be something that is helping her grow. You know, there are some things you don't stay calm to deal with. So I don't like the fact that it exhausted a lot of time discussing Mine and Precious, but it is what it is. So let us go to the next drama. Nonku is that cast who's always having drama, and this season she's just doing that so well. So she did apologize to Fafa at the dinner, and I think it makes sense that she did apologize to Fafa, but then Lord chose the opportunity to apologize to Nonku. But here the drama lies. Nonku feels like this apology ain't good enough, that it's BS and all of that. And what's my take on that? So I think Nonku is drama. She steered drama, she brought drama, and you know, for me, truly, the very first episode where Lo addressed this issue, I feel like Lo is being dramatic. She's raising issues that I think are not like, they're just unnecessary. That's how I felt that episode. But getting to see, especially the chicken conversation, getting to see how other cast react to that, and the claim that Nonku knows, and you know, Nonku claims she do not know. I think it's making sense now that, okay, probably Nonku is just being a messy person, and I think she is just so consistent, proving people right that I'm being a messy cast on this show. And I think that's just the way Nonku chose to give us drama this season. Moving on to the next after. So I feel like Lo's apology is understandable, that she's taking accountability for the way she approached the issues, she should have done that better, but what she discussed and issues she raised, she thinks they are what should be discussed, which it might be fine something to do, it's understandable. Then Nonku's choosing to say, oh, that's apology is BS. I'm like, And you guys understood that during that conversation, Lo was not just the person who was very dramatic. Nonku also came for Lo so well. It's understandable that Lo brought the drama. Probably Nonku would have not come for her if Lo had not brought that drama to her. But it is what it is. Let us move on. Then also Angel was quick to jump into the drama where she was like, oh, Nonku should not tell Lo that, oh, it's she, that Nonku is always trying to form bossy, trying to question newbies on the show. And what do you guys stand on that? For me, I think Nonku is that cast who is always like, oh, I've been here so long, you don't come in to tell me how we should run things. And I feel like for the newbies, I also have arguments to say we are equals here. In as much as you've stayed here for so long, that doesn't make you superior person over us. So I think it's like it's a fair conversation. Everybody just needs to fight for their stand, and if probably Nonku as someone that stayed long can literally make them feel like, okay, you are but if they can voice their view and let this person know that no, you can't push this around, it's a good thing to do. Moving on to the next is the Angel Fafa and Nonku's meet. Is it Angel? Okay, so moving on to the next is, my energy is very low this video. It's Fafa, Lo, and Angel. Okay, so Fafa, Angel, and Lo, they met at the golf course and they discussed everything Real Housewives and the drama. So I think there was not so much with them. Then we had Nonku, Jojo, and Mine, and it is funny to see that Mine was so quick to take side, though we understand her perspective ever since. But one person I find funny, or probably in that conversation, was how Nonku was so protective and she feels so jealous about the friendship Jojo has extended to Mine. I think the twin cast on the show also discussed their issue and how they felt abandoned at a point in time in their life, and it's an interesting one also. Sorisha did visited Jojo, and one crazy thing about this scene is how Jojo is very messy. She was like, oh, Sorisha, is your house on a mic scene? And I was like, who, Jojo? It is. I was like, oh, Jojo, you're doing that to Sorisha. It is crazy, funny, and I think I enjoyed it. I like it. So moving on to the next is their conversation. She discussed how she had to treat kidney stone at a point, which was, it's pitiful. I don't know if there's any word like that, but it is what it is. But I think I'm really loving to see the Jojo and Sorisha friendship bloom, or probably them coming to re-establish their friendship one more time. I think I will be very happy. Then the biggest drama of the season or of the episode, and it is Jojo and Nonku's decision to come to Precious's event, a Precious event, on a pink outfit. I'm like, why do these girls love drama? These people live for drama. I find it annoying that they choose to do that at Precious event when they all know that Precious is not the person they are trying to come at. Then also let us discuss Nonku and Precious. I feel like if you've seen my last review, had made it clear that there might be issue that might stem between Nonku and Precious, and this is from the perspective where when Precious was introduced to these ladies, Nonku was so quick to say, oh, I do not know you, I do not know you. And the way she was so good, she was going on and on with the father, I do not know you, make me feel like there's something fishy here. And it's crazy to see that on that round table conversation at Sorisha's event, she eventually admitted knowing Precious. And I'm like, yeah, you see, Nonku's just being a messy person. She's been a messy person because the way she went on and on with the father, I do not know you. And people in her circle did know Precious. Then I feel like Nonku is something fishy, and it's crazy that Nonku did not take time to coming out or admit that she knows Precious. So I think that's one thing. So the biggest drama, Nonku and Jojo choosing to wear pink. I think I find it annoying. Yeah, annoying. But I think they just want to give drama, want to spark conversation. I think Jojo coming on to say why were they not coming for her. I think they will not come for her because she was there earlier. They could like why you wear pink, why you wear pink. But coming to see that Nonku also chose to wear that, and Nonku is the last person that is coming. I think she'll get the most hits because it's coming across as a planned something. And you know, for Nonku, this is for Jojo. I think this is the first time she's doing something in relation to probably not adhering to the theme of an event, which had been a conversation before now. But for Jojo, I think it's the first time. For Nonku, this is the second time she's doing it. So I think it is justifiable that Nonku gets to be asked a lot of questions. So I think this is everything I'll discuss for this episode of this reality TV show. Bye.